Hello everybody, and welcome to today's live Zoo to You. My name is Shannon, and I am an education intern here at the Stone Zoo. And today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about our Mexican gray wolves, as well as wishing them a very special happy birthday. Now, as always, if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I will try my best to answer them at the end. Now, here at the Stone Zoo, we have 6 Mexican gray wolves, which are also known as lobos in Mexico. Their names are Craighead, Mittermeier, Beck, Carson, Goodall, and Beatty, and they are all named after female scientists. Now, these wolves are all brothers, born in the same litter, and they are turning 4. They came to us from the Wolf Conservation Center in upstate New York, and have found a home here at the Stone Zoo since 2020. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mexican gray wolves. They are very closely related to the North American gray wolf, but Mexican gray wolves are smaller, have a more narrow face, and have a coat that is a mixture of buff, gray, rust, and black. These guys weigh approximately 50 to 80 pounds, and males are typically larger than females. So, as you can see now, our wolves are a little bit further in the back, and that's something that might happen when you come to the zoo. So if you are looking for them and you can't find them, make sure to look up in the back of the exhibit. In the wild, they will work together to prey on large hoofstock, such as deer, but here at the zoo, they get fed things like rabbits, mice, and other small rodents, as well as an exotic canine chow. Mexican gray wolves are what is called an opportunistic hunter. That means when they come across carcasses, also known as carrion, they will eat it. Now, you may be wondering which of these wolves is the alpha. The answer is surprisingly none of them. Since a female is not involved with this pack, then they are all on an equal level with each other. They do alternate who may show alpha-like behaviors though, and it changes day to day. If a female is involved in the wild, there will be an alpha pair that will live as a pack with their offspring. When a pack does not have a female living with them, there is not an alpha. The habitat of these wolves, used to be all the way from Mexico up through Utah and Colorado. But after 1900s, their habitat has greatly decreased to southern New Mexico and Arizona, as well as northern Mexico. Due to their habitat loss and hunting of this species, they are considered endangered and are a part of a species survival plan. Mexican gray wolves are the most endangered wolf in the world. The population of these wolves was nearly extirpated in the wild in the 1970s. They are victims of eradication and people's efforts trying to get them to not prey on their livestock. A species survival plan was established in 1979 for Mexican gray wolves. In 1998, Zoo New England joined the Mexican gray wolf species survival plan, also referred to as an SSP, which works together to breed wolves under human care so they can be released out into nature into the Southwest. There are over 50 facilities in the U.S. and Mexico that are a part of the Mexican gray wolf SSP. Because these wolves' offspring will eventually be released into the wild, our zookeepers here are very hands-off with them. A group of wolves will eventually be brought to what is called a pre-release center, which will simulate their natural environment and allow for them to hunt on their own. These wolves are normally released into the wild as a pack together. Now, one way that you can help Mexican gray wolves around the world are to spread positive opinions about wolves. A lot of the decisions made about these animals are based off of negative thoughts having to do with livestock protection. The elimination of this species was greatly due to farmers not wanting wolves to live near them, and this was because wolves would prey on livestock of these farmers. Because of this, the majority of the wild wolf population was killed by farmers protecting their livestock in the 1970s. Another way to help the wolves here at the Stone Zoo is to zoo-adopt a wolf. In doing this, your donation is going towards giving the wolves here the best care possible. Now, Lexi, are there any questions we have in the chat?
So we don't have any questions, but for anyone who might have tuned in kind of like a little bit later or is tuning in just right now, why can't we see the wolves? Where did they go?
The wolves went up to the very top of the exhibit here. So if you are ever at the Stone Zoo visiting and you can't find our wolves, you can look up top and you may see them running around in the back. They have one of the largest exhibits here at the Stone Zoo, so they have a good area to be hiding.
And for anyone who did have the pleasure of seeing them jump in this pool, what other forms of enrichment do they have in addition to this really awesome pool?
Yeah, so these guys love to swim in their pool in the summer, which some of you guys may have seen them jump in and then shake off afterwards. But they also get all sorts of types of enrichment. One of that is food enrichment, which they get a rabbit to eat every week. And they get other enrichment, such as different smells in the exhibit, maybe occasionally a toy to play with, and interaction with our keepers very occasionally.
I think I see them coming down again, so we'll try to watch a little bit longer to see if they come down. But in the meantime, Tori was wondering, what do the wolves do during the day?
That's a great question, Tori. So the wolves during the day, they like to sleep a lot, and they will sleep right up top in their exhibit, as well as run around and play with each other. So they are pack animals. The 6 of them get along really well together, and they will run around their exhibit. They will interact with each other and occasionally interact with guests.
Awesome. And Tim is wondering, how much do they eat daily?
That's a fantastic question. So these guys are pretty big, so they do eat quite a bit daily. I'm not sure exactly how much they eat, but they do eat a mixture of animals and a exotic canine chow.
Awesome. And can you remind us how old our wolf pack is turning?
Yes, our wolf pack is turning 4 years old.
Awesome. I think we are just about out of time.
So thank you everyone for tuning in today and wishing our wolves a very special happy birthday with me. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.